Hello friends, I welcome you all to this online session of a BA Part 3 Compulsory English. In the last 2-3 sessions, we were discussing about a group discussion. We come to know that group discussion is one of the important tool used by the employers today. And if we want to participate in a group discussion or if we want to imprint a good impression on the employers, we require certain good qualities or certain characteristics to participate in a group discussion. So in the last 2-3 sessions we discuss about these good qualities, how to lead group discussion or how to respect others opinion. All other things we have discussed in detail in the last 2-3 sessions. In the last session, we also come to know that in this unit, in this module, we are supposed to learn certain language expressions that are required for the group discussion. We understand that in this unit, in this module, we are supposed to learn how to initiate a group discussion, invite comments, how to express opinions, how to agree or disagree, how to intervene in discussion, how to make suggestions, how to accept suggestions. So, all these are the important language expressions that are required by the required for the group discussion. So all these things become a very important part of a group discussion. So we decided in the last session that in this session we will begin with the initiating the group discussion. And as we have decided, we will begin with the initiating the group discussion. Many times it happens with us that we don't know how to start a group discussion, how to initiate a group discussion, and as a result of that we feel low confidence, and as a result of that we take a back, and instead of participating very actively in a group discussion, we restrict our reactions for yes and no type of questions or yes or no type of reactions. So this should not happen with us. We should know what are the proper language expressions that should be used in initiating the group discussion. We should think about it. We should memorize it. We should internalize it. Understand that memorization and internalization, these two are different processes of a knowledge making. We memorize the thing and we internalize the thing. What is memorization? Memorization means keeping in memory. We read certain things and we memorize the things. But when we use this memory, when we use memorized facts in our day-to-day life, and we then it becomes internalized. Then it becomes internalized. The skills can be internalized. So this is what memorization and internalization. So what we are supposed to read in this module, we should not memorize it, but we should internalize it. The qualities that we have read in the initial part of this module, we should internalize these qualities. We should think when we are discussing in a group. We should think in that point of view, and therefore not only reading or not only memorizing that this module is important, but internalization of this module is important. So let us begin with initiating the group discussion. See, to initiate a discussion means to open the discussion. Of course, yes, initiation means opening the discussion, and that is the very important part. If you start good, uh, you will give the good impression. Or if you fail to start the group discussion, or if you keep in the initial part of the group discussion, it means that you are not that much confidence to go for a new topic or no new problem. So this kind of impression we should not transmit to the employer. We should transmit to the employer that I am ready to accept the challenge, and in that way, in that connection, we should start the group discussion instead of waiting for someone else to start the discussion. We should start the discussion. So this is the initiation means opening the discussion, and that is the very important point or a very important thing for the candidate when this group discussion is tool used for the interview. So imagine yourself as the group leader, and you should imagine there is no the employer or the group discussion who have conducted the group discussion. They have not appointed you as a group leader, but you should imagine yourself as a group discussion. You should willingly go for the group discussion. You should willingly go for the initiation of the topic. You should show the familiarity with the topic instead of showing aloofness, instead of keeping mum, instead of waiting for others. Instead of all these things, we should handle the topic. You should handle the group discussion. And that is known as a leadership qualities. And in every team, whether you are working in a government office or in a corporate field, you can see this kind of initiation in taking or undertaking the work is very important. Employers give weightage to that point very well. So you should start the discussion and you should imagine yourself as a group discussion. So when you initiate a group discussion, you take the opportunity to speak as well as to catch the attention of a group members. This is a very important thing. Catching the attention of a group discussion. You should start your communication. You should start this group discussion. But while starting this group discussion, you should keep in your mind that it is not your speech or it is not a debate. This is a group discussion, and in group discussion, all other participants are equally important, and therefore they are not the dumb listeners. So they are also important in a group discussion, and as a result of that, we should catch their attention. And for that purpose, you should use a good statement. You should use the language, or you should use, or you should raise the issue or the topic in such a light that everybody that should create interest in everybody. So this is what and therefore it becomes important thing to initiate the group discussion. See, so you take the opportunity to speak as well as to catch the attention of a group discussion group members. It is your first impression that will help you. As I told you, initiating the group discussion, that is the first point, that is the first instance where you start giving impression to the others. So how influentially or how fluently you initiate the group discussion, how you make a statement on a given topic, how you raise the issue among the members or participants of the group discussion, how you catch the attention of the other participants. All these things are important in initiation, and this initiation gives, if you initiate the group discussion, that gives a very good impression on the employer. So this is what is important. It is your first impression that will help you. The most important thing you have to keep in mind is to speak clearly and freely. This is very important. These two things, two adverbials are very important: clearly and freely. So your speech should be, you should not use the ambiguous language expressions. You should be firm on your point, and it should be clearly explored. It should be clearly explored. It should be freely explored. And when you clearly and freely exploded your topic, that becomes an influential one. So this is a very important point or suggestion given to us by this prescribed module, that you should or we should keep in mind that we should speak clearly and freely. There should not be ambiguity in our speech. It should be clear and it should be a free one. It will, and this is also very important thing, that in group discussion we should not speak with a certain prejudices. Instead of prejudices, we should use or we should think in a realistic light, and we should accept or we should be open for all the suggestions. So we should be clearly and freely explore the topic in the initiation of a group discussion. It will help you to show your leadership qualities. So initiation is always, who initiate, in always the leader initiate the group. So when you initiate a group discussion, it means automatically you are the leader of the group. So this is what, and that is a very important thing in a career, that how you initiate a new work, how you uh, catch the attentions of other participants, and how you go for a group discussion. All these things become very important in a group discussion. It will help you to show your leadership quality. Let us study some important ways of initiating the group discussion. So see, there are certain ways that with the help of these ways we can use the group discussion. See, stating the topic of a group discussion. Simply, when you are supposed to initiate the group discussion, simply state the topic of a group discussion. See, friends, the topic of our group discussion is environmental degradation and problem of livelihood in the modern society. See, this is the beginning. It is simply suggesting the topic that is given for the group discussion. See, friends, the topic of our group discussion is environmental degradation and problem of livelihood in modern society. What is it? It is just stating the topic that is given for the group discussion. That is also influential, or that is also it catch the attention of the other participants. So you initiate the topic by stating the topic given for the group discussion. So this is what, let us repeat again. Friends, the topic of our group discussion is, so this first part for friends, the topic of our group discussion is, understand that in initiation this thing is important only. Whatever the, it may be a globalization and economic crisis, it may be a something else, but this is the common one. Friends, the topic of our group discussion is, so what we should internalize this particular language expression, that friends, the topic of our group discussion is, should be memorized and internalized, and we should use it in when you initiate the group discussion. Then see, making the initial statement. So after the many times after introducing the topic of a group discussion, or stating clearly about the topic of the group discussion, you also make a statement. Or instead of making a uh, or many times it happens the sheets were given to you and the topic of group discussion is written on it. In that case also you can make a or initiate the group discussion with making initial statement. So see, study the following expressions so you can understand these are the expressions that we can use in initiating the group discussion. What are they? Gentlemen, let me take an opportunity to open this discussion. Gentlemen, let me take an opportunity to open this discussion. Or, friends, allow me to open this discussion. Or, let us start with ourselves. I feel we ourselves are unknowingly responsible for environmental degradation. See, let us start ourselves. Start with ourselves. I feel we ourselves are unknowingly responsible for environmental degradation. Then if you make a statement like this, you can see others will get interested in it, and they may ask you how. Then you can explain how you feel that ourselves are unknowingly responsible for environmental degradation. So this is what asking, creating a statement or making a statement in such a way that may arises interest among the other participant, or they may ask you a question regarding the statement, and then you go on explaining it, or then you do uh, explanations or examples of it. So this is what also a very important kind of or a significant kind of a, method to use or to initiate the group discussion. So this is what making initial statement. Sometimes the topic is given to us by organizers. Then you can start group discussion in the following way. See, friends, gentlemen, the topic given to us for discussion is problem of corruption in Indian society. As I told you, initiating the group discussion with a statement or with a title of the or topic given for the group discussion. See, we will see the expressions which are used for making an initial statement. Understand that we are supposed to learn these statements. We are supposed to learn these language expressions. We are supposed to memorize these language expressions. We are supposed to internalize these language expressions. And when we internalize these language expressions, whenever or wherever we want or we go for a group discussion, we can easily initiate the group discussion. So or automatically we can begin with these words, and that will give a very good impression on the employer. So see the examples. In my opinion, personally I think that, I would like to say that, it is believed that, I would like to point out that, I feel that, in my view. So understand, in my opinion, personally I think that, I would like to say that, it is believed that, I would like to point out that, I feel that, in my view. All these language expressions are used to initiate the group discussion. In my opinion, environmental degradation is a product of industrialization. Personally, I think that every individual is contributing in to the carbon print of contemporary world. I would like to say that environment crisis is reaching to its climax today. It is believed that greenhouse, or you can say, instead of gases, you can see, it is believed that human development creating environmental crisis. I would like to point out that the North Pole and South Pole are melting very rapidly. I feel that we cannot extend our existence in such a kind of horrible or amiable or hostile environment. In my view, environment is changing day by day. So you can understand that this is the statement that we were making in the initial part of the group discussion. Then see, there are different ways of opening discussion. Study the following expressions. So friends, the topic for our discussion is importance of villages in the development of India. See, friends, the topic of our discussion is importance of villages in the development of India. If you want to honest opinion, it was Mahatma Gandhi who focused on the importance of village life. Understand that here he also quoted Mahatma Gandhi. So friends, the topic of our discussion is importance of villages in the development of India. And then if you want my honest opinion, it was Mahatma Gandhi who focused on the importance of a village life. So this is the beginning of a group discussion. You make a statement, or you make a you introduce the topic. Here you introduce the topic, that importance of villages in the development of India, and in the second part, that is, this is a statement that you made. So this also create, if you want to honest opinion, it was Mahatma Gandhi who focused on the importance of village life. This create interest among the other participants, and they may ask you how you think so, why you think so, why you are referring this Mahatma Gandhi. So you can understand that this is what the statement should be, has have a quality that may create interest among the other participants. Therefore, uh, first introduction and then make a statement regarding it. Then see, gentlemen, allow me to start the discussion on a friend in a need is a friend indeed. In my view, it is the best practice to maintain healthy relationship. So see, here also, both these ways, that starting the topic of a group discussion in making the initial statement. See here, this friends, the topic of our group discussion is a common one, and then the statement that we are supposed to make regarding the topic of a group discussion. Here also, in the first topic, friends, the topic of our group discussion is, it is a common one. Or gentlemen, allow me to start the discussion on. Here we have already understood, gentlemen, allow me. to uh, start the discussion on a friend indeed is a friend in need. This is the introduction of the topic, and the statement is made here. In my view, it is the best practice to maintain healthy relationship. See the third example. Friends, let's begin the discussion on India's scientific policy. This is the statement that introduces the topic, and this another statement that is your opinion about it. In my opinion, India's scientific policy should focus on agriculture and not on a missiles. So this is what you are making a statement, and this statement may create interest among the other participants, and they may ask you why you think that missiles are not very important than agricultural development. So you can explain him or the group with the examples your point of view. So this is what is the initiation of a group discussion. I think that these things are important. We should memorize these things. We should try to use it in our day-to-day life. We should, when we are writing the group discussion, we should use these expressions. In my opinion, personally, I think so. I would like to say that it is believed that, I would like to point out that, I feel that, in my view, and understand that all these things, as we are understanding these language expressions, it is also very important thing to know that we are not only supposed to use it in situation of a group discussion, but you can use it in general for the common purpose. So this is what we have to understand this. Then there is a task one. So understand, how will you initiate a discussion on the following topic? Honestly, honesty is the best policy. Use this topic in this sentence. Friends, let us begin to discuss on honesty is the best policy. This is the initiation of the topic, initiation of a discussion. Similarly, higher uh, education examination system. So here, friends, the topic of our discussion is higher education examination system, or use of cell phones among the college students. So today's topic for discussion is use of cell phones among college students. And then need of a bullet train in Mumbai. So this is again, friends, let us begin the discussion on need of bullet train in Mumbai. So this is what you can see, initiation of the group discussion, and you are supposed to write this task in your notebook. And in the next session we will begin with this second part, that is inviting comments or eliciting opinions. This is also very important, as I again and again repeating that we are not supposed to participate in a debate, but we are supposed to participate in a group discussion. And in a group discussion we are supposed to respect others opinions. We are supposed to invite others comments, others opinions, and modify our own. So this is what, in the next session we will continue with the same topic, and we will begin with inviting comments or initiating opinions. We will stop here and continue the same in the next session. Thank you.